Alright, we are 9:04 a.m. in the New York time zone. We got 25 minutes before market opens at 9:30. This is the daily chart. What I was seeing on yesterday. This was yesterday. So if today we were breaking above this sell side liquidity right here from the swing point, I would then be looking for buys. But then again, we are now closing underneath it, so I'm looking for shorts. However, today we could be neutral. What does that mean? You see this, yesterday's previous day low right here. Sadly, price could not come down and close under it. So it could be a 50-50 trade potentially for selling the market today. So I'm just gonna wait till we see what we have. On this 15-minute, what do we have? Right here, we got our buy side liquidity, so that's a stop run. And then we went down, we took these as well, this high push up, and then we created a gap. So I'm expecting price to tap inside of this area right here at 28,479, and then potentially we would drop down till here, 28,308. Alright, so we did get another 15-minute fair value gap on here, if I show you guys. However, I did not enter based on this 15-minute gap, which was respected very nicely. So I believe I'm going to take off my limit order right here. I do want to take a look at the 30-minute chart. We still have a nice imbalance on this gap here. So as I said, you guys, on this 30-minute, we did create a nice gap, and guess what? Price came back to it right here. Price did come back inside of this 30-minute gap, got respected and dropped heavily again. If we see it down on the 1 minute. So you can argue that if we did, which we didn't, if we did put our sell an order right here and target this low, that could have been a nice 1 to 4.3 trade. But I did predict this move right before the market showed it. So this is nice. Alright, so all the way from here, we did attack this sell side liquidity on the daily chart. And also we did attack this. So let me just mark it as well as a sell side liquidity. Sell side. So now let me just jump down to the 1 minute chart. I do want to see price create a structure shift around this area, so that once we break above that with a fair value gap, I can go long, as long as we don't pass the 11 a.m. New York time zone session. Alright, this is looking nice. You see that as market structure shift? And it seems that we are closing above that. I will wait for this 30 seconds candle to close, and then the next 1 minute candle to create the gap. So then I'll put my limit order in. I guess I'm gonna wait for another few minutes because this is our new market structure shift high. Alright, so one more time. We did take out this market structure shift high. And if this 1 minute candle closes in bullish, we will have an order block right here. But I want to see this 1 minute candle to close so I can put my limit order like so. It is a nice setup, and you can argue that we can't put our buy limit order right now here. Now we can move our limit order slightly above inside of the gap. Our gap is now in here. It would be nice for the market to actually click down to activate our order. We might get some reaction right here, and then we start to accumulate up. Alright, we are in the trade right now, and it's also coming to this order block. So you can argue to buy again right here, but let's be realistic, we only want to buy from this gap. Alright, so sadly this trade got hit our stop loss. It was an A+ setup, and this 1 minute gap right here, when price came back to it, it respected this previous day low, wicked it once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times, and then started to push downwards even more. We respected our market structure shift low, we created the gap, price came back inside, pushed lower and took us out.